Hi, I'm Corinne from Grace Knows Fabrics. This is not a normal floss tube. It's actually not floss tube at all. I've my dogs still think that they need to be on camera. But today I'm here to talk about small businesses in general, not just my business, but small businesses. There are some things that will pertain to my business, and I will let you know when I'm talking about our business versus other businesses. Behind the camera is my daughter. She didn't want to be on camera, but she is going to interview me and hopefully make it a little bit more fun than me sitting here droning on all by myself.
Okay, let's talk about fees. What are all these fees that small businesses talk about?
I think that's the biggest question that we get asked as small business owners is what is the best way to pay that we don't have to pay fees, because some of our customers are aware of these fees. So some of the biggest fees are obviously credit card fees. So why do we accept credit cards? Number one, it's convenient, and we want you to be able to pay in the best and easiest way and what's fast and convenient for you. For us, we also have, and a lot of businesses have, the fees that are incurred with having our website. So we actually pay for our website on a monthly basis, or we can pay the whole year in full, and which is what I do. But we have our website to pay for. I've actually purchased our domain. So not everybody does that, but by purchasing our domain, you don't have to go to Shopify or My Shopify to get to our website. You can just put in gracenotes.fabrics.com and we'll come up, because I paid for our domain name. So that's the difference. So yeah, that's also a yearly fee that I have to pay to keep that domain name. In addition to that, I also pay an extra fee to have a subscription service, which, you know, we will talk about in a little bit. But there's just different apps that we can add on to our website to help make it a little bit more efficient for you all, the user.
Wait, so if I pay you through PayPal, you get charged fees through your website and PayPal?
That is actually true. Shopify has changed that. They still let you pay by PayPal to make it easy for you, the consumer, but because they're not making money off of the fees, PayPal is making the money off of the fees. So now Shopify says, now we need to get a little percentage also. So how can you all help me or help any other small business owners is if you're paying just by a credit card or a debit card, or even if you're comfortable using your ACH draft, we can accept that through our website. I don't see any of your numbers. I can see your last 4 digits to confirm. Through our subscription service, all I can see is Visa. I can't even tell you the last 4 digits of your credit card. Today I was helping somebody and I could see that they signed up using Shop Pay. So that's all I can see, which is fine. And actually that's a good thing. So if you're using a debit card, a credit card, it would be very helpful just to directly type that in. Now, let's talk about 2 different things that we have going on. We have our one-time purchases and we have our subscription service. Your one-time purchase, I know it's like, oh, it's an impulse and it's easy just to use PayPal. Fine, do that. It's okay. We're expecting fees, okay? So that's not a big deal. I'm talking more about like the subscription service where you know month after month that you're going to be charged from us. It would be super helpful to change from PayPal to get to just your credit card or the ACH. Because you're paying that anyway and you're using that method. It would just help us to not pay double fees every month on a regular basis, knowing that you're going to be using that service. And how can we get that changed over? Super, super easy. Send me a message and all I have to do is send you a link and you can update your information.
In a small business, what makes prices go up?
That's a really hard one. So we are in a dual type business that we sell retail, but we're also a manufacturer. What I mean by that is I manufacture my own goods. It takes several people in my family to get the manufacturing done, but we bring in our linens, Ada's, Lugana's, everything, all of our fabrics wholesale. So we do pay wholesale. However, on that wholesale, I have to pay shipping. I don't get free shipping to bring in my big bolts of fabric. So when the post office, UPS raises their prices, we get prices increased also. Same thing, our fabric comes from Zweigert into the US, into our distributor. Zweigert raised their prices, the shipping company raised their prices, our distributor raises their prices. So that's our fabric. We also have our dyes. Guess what? I don't get free shipping on my dyes either. So I have to buy my dyes. I try to buy big lots of them, but they only have a short shelf life sometimes, but also, I'm paying my shipping on that. So that also is increasing our prices. And then we have to worry about those prices increasing. Something else that we use in our wholesale would be water. I don't really put water into it, electric, and all of those things. So we have overhead, even though we are a manufacturer. And then, of course, the hidden fees of like our website and all of that I've already spoken about. Serging thread, I buy my serger threads, and that I usually get free shipping, so I'm pretty excited about that. But I don't break down my pricing for everybody on all of that. But these are just some of our hidden fees that you all probably didn't know about.
Can't you manually send out invoices for me? Why can't you just invoice me through PayPal?
So if you didn't hear what I just said, I have to order my fabric, order my serger thread, order my dyes. I have to stay on top of all of that. So for our couple hundred, we only have a couple hundred, which is a lot for us to keep up with. To set up manually invoicing for all of our products, that's a lot. And did you say something about PayPal?
Yes.
So I did do PayPal invoicing in the very beginning, but PayPal obviously charges for that service, and I'm paying for a website. So I'm not going to pay for PayPal invoicing when I'm simultaneously already paying for a website. Besides the fact that to me, the website is a little bit more professional, which is why, we ultimately wanted to get to a website. But for our subscription service, they automatically send them out. I don't have to do anything. You all order online, you set it up yourself. Now, if you want to make changes, I can help you with that. I actually prefer to help you with that, and we'll get into that in a minute. But it's super easy to make those changes, and we try to make it as easy on you as possible. But to invoice you manually would take hours and hours, which is why I stopped using the QuickBooks and when we swapped over to our website, which I'm super thrilled, because now you guys don't have to text me or message me every single time you want to order. You get to go and order at your own convenience at the time of day that you want to order.
Let's talk about subscriptions. I hear you use that word a lot. What is that?
You're right. I do use that word a lot because it's a subscription service that I'm paying for and that I use through my website. So I'm paying an extra monthly fee so that I don't have to manually tell Shopify, send out these invoices to people for their fabric of the month. It automatically charges you guys the first of the month, except when you're first setting it up, that's paying for your first month. So there's that little caveat. But I actually have a cap on how many subscriptions that I can have before I have to go to the next tier. So one of the ways to keep our prices low is to try not to hit that cap. So right now my cap is at 1,000 subscriptions. You just told me you only have a couple hundred subscriptions. What are you talking about? When you cancel, that doesn't take away one of my subscriptions. I'm at like 600 subscriptions right now. So every time you cancel, I don't get a subscription back. So what I ask is, if you've ever had a subscription with me, if you've ever ordered from me, please just say cancel for me. And when you want to come back, just say, can you start me back up? Because if you sign up again, you're using another subscription. And unfortunately, if I hit that 1,000 cap, I get charged a higher fee on a monthly basis. And it might only mean like $1 raise in our subscriptions or for our fabric of the month, but I'd prefer not to do that as long as I can hold off. So to help keep your guys' prices low, if you let me make all of your changes or start you back up, we can keep under that cap of 1,000 for a good long time.
Do you still want this question asked?
Oh, so my next question was supposed to be, why shouldn't I cancel and start up again? Well, I think I answered that one right in the middle of it, and Wasn't really my intention, but I did. So that's, again, that is our subscription. That's not all small businesses.
I've heard you talk about your spreadsheet or die list. What is that?
Oh, that's true. I do talk about that a lot when I'm on Facebook. By the way, Facebook is a great mode of communication. That's where we can reach the masses. And I really do, anybody in my group will tell you that we try to use the @everyone as little as possible. It's only when it's like super, super important. So I try not to tag everybody. So whenever there's something super important, like the fact that our 18 count Ada was on back order for 3 months, that's when I tagged everybody, because offhand, I did not know. I am so sorry. My camera's shaking because my dog is underneath of this. So, I tagged everybody. Our 18 count is out of stock. What would you like to do? And I try to communicate through Facebook, like, let me know, do you want 20 count Ada, 16 count Ada, or do you want to wait until it comes in? I let that choice be up to you all. So that's why Facebook would be the preferred, like, if you can get on Facebook and join the Grace Knits Fabrics group, that's the best way for us to be able to tell you all of this information. So back to the spreadsheet and die list. So honestly, that's all it is. So I have a fabric of the month. So let's say you get 28 count linen. I put that in under the color or the neutral or the combo club. You want to change, I move it out. So I don't get a list from my website. Hey, look, this is what you need to dye this month. No, that's on my spreadsheet. So every change that you guys make, I take it over to my spreadsheet. What happens if my spreadsheet's wrong? Then we'll get into another question later, but that means I have to dye it after the fact and send it out to y'all, because nobody's going to miss out just because I miscounted. But I also have a spreadsheet of all the colors that we need to dye, and somebody dye. So I have 4 sheets printed out. This past week, my husband helped me, or this would not have happened, but we got all the fabric of the month cut and serged, and 4 lists of fabric, 4 spreadsheets cut and serged, ready to dye this coming week. So with that somebody ordered Joy to the World today. Thankfully, that's already on my dye list. So I take the count that she wanted, I add that, because we're not dyeing yet. So I still have the time to quick cut and serge that one piece of fabric, put it on the list, and it'll be added in next week and it'll get dyed. So even though she just ordered it today, she will get it with everybody else in like 2 weeks. But let's just talk about what happened 2 weeks ago. My daughter and I spent an entire couple of days. We dyed 16, 18 colors. Every color we have to clean and reset in between every single one. No complaints. I'm not complaining. I love it. I love being able to do different colors. It's boring to do the same one over and over again, to be honest. She doesn't care. She said it's the same to her. But, you have to reset and redo for every single color, and it takes a lot of time in between. Then I got an order for, I think it was 4 or 6 fabrics, all 4 or 6 different colors, and not a one were we dyeing that week, even though we were doing like 16 or 18 colors. So those go on my next dye list. So that's what this dye list spreadsheet is. And then I keep adding to the colors that they already have. And then, you just get put in order. Like, okay, I have list 1, it's full, we go on to list 2. And we do as many as we possibly can on the weeks that we're dyeing. And then unfortunately, there's 1 or 2 sheets sometimes that have to be carried on to the next time, because we're just humans and we're not machines, and we can't just keep dyeing. There's physical limitations, there's time limitations.
Why does it take 6 to 8 weeks to receive my order?
Well, time limitations and physical limitations. Sometimes, you're so exhausted with the colors, you just have to put an end to your day and say, I'm done. Now for us, that's 8, 9 o'clock at night. So it's not like we're going, oh, it's 5 o'clock, we're done. No, we don't do that. We do it until we have to stop. But I also cut and serge what we have planned. So then when we get more orders, that gets put to the end of the list. So with as many colors as we have, that can just, because I am not a person who saves anything. So I don't go, oh, I only have one order for that color. No, if your color was next on the list, it's going to be next on the list. We don't say we'll wait until we get some more orders. So that never happens. I can guarantee you that. So we do try to just keep it going, but yes, time is a huge thing right now with holidays, spending time with family. It's hard to schedule everything, but by putting in a 6 to 8 week time, we can be sure that we're getting them out to you without you having to check up on us and say, hey, where's my fabric? Well, let's see. You said 6 to 8 weeks, but it's only been 3 weeks. So I'm within my time zone. And I don't mean to be rude, I promise you, but I know that I guaranteed it within 6 to 8 weeks. So you're within that time. I can't push it any faster. It's on the list. And as soon as we can, we will get it out to you. But again, we have a process. We have to have a week of cutting and serging so that we can get that all ready. So because we don't just get we don't get these quarters that I send out to y'all. We get these big, huge 55-yard bolts that Mr. Grace Notes has to cut down. And so who knows where we are in the process, especially with that 18 count. I had to get that in, and we were in Charlotte, and he had to get back and cut that, and then I had to cut it down smaller. So there's just a lot of moving parts in this.
Why don't you have all of your fabrics in stock?
Okay, so my daughter has my cheat sheet, and I'm going to tell you why we don't keep all of our colors in stock, and why when you order, it does take 6 to 8 weeks. So to date, we have 118 colors. With those 118 colors, that we also have 22 types of fabrics. That's our linens, Ada, Lugana, Jubilant, Opalescent, everything else people have requested. If I kept 1 yard of everything, because keeping a quarter, what happens if somebody wants a half? See where I'm going with this? 2,596 pieces of fabric, because I can't predict what the next person is going to order. Somebody orders 6 pieces of Verdal. The next person orders 3 pieces of 20 count Lugana, and they're varying colors or they're the same colors. No clue. There's no way for me to predict. And I did figure out that if I kept 1 yard of everything, that would be $260,000 of inventory just sitting on my shelf, waiting and hoping that somebody might go, oh, I want a whole yard of that. And, it never happens. So it's just sitting there.
Why can't you answer my messages right away? I messaged you both through the website and through Facebook, and I haven't heard back from you.
That's a very good question. I do have on our website listed as our hours of answering messages between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. I have psoriatic arthritis, which means that my joints don't move very well in the morning. So before 10 a.m., I'm no good to anybody. So I gave you all a good 8-hour period for us to try to get back to you. That being said, if we're dying, I'm not at my laptop. I'm not on my phone. My daughter and I are standing out at the kitchen sink, unable to touch my phone. If I'm down here surging, I'm down in our finished basement right now. I don't have my phone on me every minute of the day, and I actually prefer to answer all my messages as much as I can through my computer, because sometimes I will make a change for somebody on my phone and it doesn't always save, and I do want to make sure that I answer people in a timely manner. So sometimes it might be 24 hours till I answer you, but between 10 and 6, Monday through Friday, that's when I can say to you, you will get an answer.
Do you ever get a day off?
I have some friends who ask me that, and let's just say today should have been a day off. I chose to make this video, but at the same time, I had to help a customer with a phone call, which was my choice. I told her to call me today. We pre-washed some of our fabrics to get the sizing out. So today I got up and I'm folding and sorting that fabric and getting it ready for Fabric of the Month. So yes, I do get days off, but sometimes I have to stay on top of things. I do still have to do some work. So I do try to keep Sunday to be non-work days. I am really, it's hard for me to not answer your messages through Facebook. So if it's not pressing, if you can wait till Monday, wait till Monday. I had somebody go, oh, I didn't expect you to answer me. Well, you messaged me, so I answered you. I just can't let it go, especially if it's a quick answer. So Sundays I do try to not work at all if I can help it. Just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Miss Lauren, for your help. I appreciate it. And please, the holiday season, be kind to your small business owners. I know every single one of them appreciate you. I know I appreciate you. We appreciate the business of each other. And that's another part of it is, you know, while you all are buying from us, we're actually buying from each other also. So please give us grace. You know, you might go, oh, I made a mistake, and you want to get something answered right away. Well, we might be out shopping for our family's Christmas dinner or something. I'm just throwing that out there. There's so many different things going on. Small business owners are humans, we're families. We have other things that we have to get done, or life passes us by. And part of having a small business is being able to have the freedom to not answer my phone because I want to go to lunch with my daughter. But be kind to each other, be kind to your small business owners, show them grace, but please shop with them. We have Black Friday coming up. What do they call it? Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday. And we welcome your purchases through all of that. We appreciate you supporting us and supporting our families. Happy stitching.